Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. For those of you who haven't been here before, I'm Phoebe and I'll be your yoga teacher. We are carrying on from our festive yoga videos. So we've had two already. The first one was our festive flow. The second one was the Yuletide yin, and this one is going to be Santa's stretches. So obviously carrying on from the idea of finding time for ourselves to move the body and to be a bit more present. This is a perfect way to just stretch out. It's just a quick one, stretching out the whole body, but it just means that if we are sat down a little bit more than we usually would, if our back is taking a bit of the brunt, then these stretches will start to release that. So it's like Santa sits on his sleigh, travels round and gives out presents. He's probably got a bit of a bad back, so we will concentrate on releasing any tension and working through any kinks and aches that we have. So we'll make a start. If you do want to have bolsters or blocks or anything just to help you with your practice, then make it your own, and we will make a start. So we will come to kneeling at the back of the mat. Just close the eyes here, and we're going to take a couple of releasing breaths just to start the practice. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Take another inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Perfect. So from here, we're going to start to blink open the eyes. Come straight forwards onto our tabletop position. Hands underneath the shoulders, knees underneath the hips. Inhale, start to drop the belly down and push the tailbone up, look forwards. Exhale, start to round in the back, come towards that cat position. Inhale again, arching the spine. Exhale to round. So keep going through these movements, just matching the breath with the movement, and maybe even closing your eyes while we do this. And while you're going through your cat-cows, maybe set an intention for yourself. So this might just be for the practice, or it might be for the day, or it might be for the rest of the week. Whatever it is, just have a think of that now. Perfect. So we'll start to release our cat-cows and come towards our tabletop, our neutral spine. Bring the right foot forwards in between the hands and come to a low lunge. So hands come onto that right thigh. Make sure the heel is underneath the knee and just lower down in the hips. Relax the shoulders, pull the ribs in, take an inhale and an exhale. Inhale, lift the arms up. Exhale, start to frame that front foot, but start to straighten the right leg. So flex into the right foot. We're coming to our half splits position. Inhale, come forwards. Come back to your low lunge. Push the hips down, and then exhale, start to straighten into the right leg. Inhale, come forwards once more. And exhale, back towards your half splits position. Take an inhale here in your half splits, and exhale, pull down, move into that space just a little bit further. Inhale, start to come forwards, frame your front foot, tuck your back toes and step back towards your downward facing dog. So lift the hips up. And this is the first downward dog, so just take some pedaling movements. Really think about pushing into the hands and lifting out of the shoulders. If you do have tight hamstrings today, then just keep your knees nice and bent, making room for that tailbone. But we'll keep breathing here, taking any movements that feel good. And then we'll find stillness. Take an inhale here. Exhale, lower back down towards that tabletop. So from here, we're going to inhale, bring the left foot forwards this time, come to that low lunge on the other side. Relax the shoulders, lower down in the hips. Inhale, lift the arms up. Keep those shoulders nice and relaxed. Exhale, start to frame your front foot and make your way back to your half split. So flexing into the left foot, straightening the leg. And don't worry if you do need to keep a little bit of a bend in that left leg, that's fine. Inhale, come forwards. And exhale, move backwards. Inhale again, one more time, forwards. Exhale, move back to that half split. And we're going to stay here for a moment and take a really nice big breath in through the nose. And exhale, move down further into that half split. Inhale, start to come forwards, frame your front foot, and then step back towards that downward facing dog again. From here, we're going to lift the right leg up and take an inhale. 3-leg dog. Exhale, bring your right knee behind the right wrist, and we straighten the left leg back. So we're setting up for our pigeon. If you do need to pop a block underneath the right hip, then just do that. Otherwise, just bring the right foot a little bit higher up and make sure you're still squared to the mat. So pull the left hip down towards the mat. This is a really good hip opener, and it's really good for releasing the lower back as well. Take an inhale. And exhale, just start to walk forwards. Come down onto the forearms. Relax the shoulders. And keep taking a few breaths here. We'll take one last breath. And then we'll start to walk the hands back up. If you've popped a block underneath the right hip, just remove that now, because we're going to lower down onto the right hip. Swing the left foot all the way to the outside of the right knee. Bring your left hand behind you. Make sure you're sitting tall. Reach that right arm up. Tuck the elbow outside of the left knee. Inhale, sit tall. Exhale, look towards that left shoulder. Take another inhale. Try not to dump down, try to keep nice and extended. And as you exhale, come back to face the front. We're going to go from here into a shoelace pose. So what we're going to do is we've already got the right foot wrapped around the bum. We're going to try to have the left foot all the way towards the right hip. So the aim here is to have the knees on top of each other. So your feet, the further away from your hips you go, the wider your feet go, the more intense it is for the hips. So just keep the feet nice and close to the body, and don't worry if you're not quite there yet. If it is a bit too much for you, then just straighten out that right leg and just wrap the right, so a bit like this, and just wrap that left leg, sorry I can't speak, that left leg around the right hip. So whichever one you want to go for, we'll find that shoelace position. From here, we're going to come to a bit of a shoulder stretch. So bring the right arm down, facing, the hand is facing in between the shoulders, so it's reaching down. Then we're going to bring the left arm behind the back and aim to meet the fingers. Don't worry if you don't meet. You can just keep reaching with the hands, or if you do have a strap or a dressing gown cord at handy, then just use that just to pull yourself a bit closer. Keep the shoulders nice and open. Elbows reaching open as well. Take an inhale here and an exhale. Inhale again. Exhale to release, and we'll start to release that shoelace position. Bring your feet hip distance or mat distance and just windscreen wipe those legs. So let your hands support you and just move your hips and your knees from side to side. Perfect. From here, we're going to lift up into our Malasana, our yogi squat. So heels are in, toes are pointing out, and come to with your hands at your heart center, elbows pushing the knees out. From here, if your heels are lifted, maybe pop a block underneath them. Or if it's more comfortable, to pop a block underneath the hips, just so you can perch kind of on the block. Take a little rock from side to side. Bring your hands to the mat if you need a bit more support. And we'll start finding the middle. Find a bit of stillness. Try to sit tall. And then drop the hands to the mat. And we'll step back towards our downward facing dog. So find that position. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Perfect. From here, inhale the left leg up this time. So 3-leg dog. Exhale, bring the left knee behind the left wrist. Start to straighten the right leg back and readjust yourself. So maybe you want to bring the left foot closer in towards the right hip, or maybe you want to just bring it out slightly. The more you push your foot towards the top of the mat, the more intense it is for that hip. So wherever you are, just make sure that you're squaring your hips. So pulling the right hip down, left hip back. Take an inhale here. And then exhale, start to lower down onto the forearms. Try to relax the shoulders and keep breathing here, just really opening up in the hip, releasing any tension from around that area. And we'll take one last breath here. And then we'll start to go in towards our twist again. So remove anything that's underneath that left hip and just start to lower yourself down. And then swing the right foot all the way outside of that left knee. Bring your right hand behind, reach the left arm up, take an inhale. Exhale, tuck the elbow outside of right knee and twist into it. Inhale again, sit tall, really extend the spine, reach the crown of the head towards the ceiling. Exhale, twist a bit further. And when you next exhale, come back to face the front. From here, we'll go into our shoelace pose. So go for whichever variation you want. If you want to have the left leg straight and just pulling the right leg around, then go for that. If you want to go for your full shoelace position, then bring your left leg is on the bottom, so it's tucked around the bum. Your right leg comes all the way around, knee on top of knee, pulling the right foot towards the left hip. And just find any adjustments you want. So if you want to push yourself a little bit further, then start to heel toe the feet out. If you find like it's too much, pull the feet back in or straighten out the bottom leg. So from here, we'll go to our shoulder stretch again, making sure I can remember which side we did last time. I think it was the right. So we'll do left arm down towards your back, so coming overhead and then reaching down in between the shoulder blades. And then the right arm's going to come up the bottom of the back and meet the fingers. If it doesn't quite meet, remember just to use a strap or to just keep reaching with your arms, just as long as you're getting that sensation of opening the shoulders up. So we'll take an inhale and an exhale. And another inhale. Exhale, start to release the hold, release the arms, and then we'll start to unravel ourselves, coming towards that windscreen wipering motion again. Feet come mat distance and just drop your knees from side to side. Perfect. So for our final pose, we're going to come to our butterfly pose, our butterfly fold. So bring your soles of the feet together, nice and close to the body. Let the knees fall out. And what we're going to do before we go into this fold is just give our feet a little bit of a massage. So whatever we're doing over this Christmas period, it's always good to show a bit of love and affection towards those feet, because because they do hold us up every single day. Perfect. So from here, open the feet out like it's a book. Look towards it. This helps to hinge open the hips just a little bit further. Inhale, extend the spine and sit tall. Exhale, start to reach your chest down in between the legs. So we're really trying to keep an extended spine here. So you may not get too far, but wherever you are, keep your elbows close to the waist. So it's going past the waist. And point your nose just beyond your toes. Inhale again, find some space. Exhale, pull down even further. So we'll take a last breath here. And when you inhale, start to peel yourself back up. Use your hands to support your knees back up, and we'll come to a comfortable seated position at the top of the mat. So however that is for you, just come there now and bring your hands to your knees. Take a roll of the shoulders, push the shoulder blades down the back. Bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. Take an inhale through the nose. Exhale, sigh out of the mouth. Namaste. Thank you so much for coming along to this final Christmassy upload. I will be uploading more in the new year, but that is it for December. So make sure, if you haven't already, have a look at the Festive flow, have a look at the Yuletide Yin, and keep practicing during your Christmas break. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next time.